Hey, Miss Bacus. We read Stitches by David Small. Yes, I did read it. Thank you. Alright, so we have some questions lined up here.
So the first question is, what did we each think about the book?
What did you guys think about it?
Alright, well, I liked the book, partly because it had no words.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It was I felt it was like easy to, it was easy to flow through it, you know, because each picture, you know, it followed in a direct, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the pictures flowed through and you could know exactly what was going on and you could like read the emotions on everyone's face.
Like the
really
author
easy.
did a good job of, like, saying what he wanted to say without the words.
Without the words.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gave the story.
No.
I didn't like how they abused.
Yeah, the abuse thing was really, really weird, especially for people like us, because we've all grown up with like out people abusing each other. But back in like the 1950s, 40s, this is like what happened. This is what the parents did to like their kids and stuff.
I'm sure it takes a toll on him, and you know it seems like he's depressed throughout the whole thing, and it seems like the whole family's depressed.
Right.
And has depression problems, you know. Especially, I mean, I'm sure it was hard for the mom to grow up because we know that the grandmother was very abusive. Was crazy, but yeah, like your page. Did you want to go over that now or after?
Alright, so towards the end of the book, it shows like, you know, the parents and actually David himself, you know, little stuff there, you know, and it kind of doesn't look like it's a bad family at all, but behind closed doors, it's pretty heated.
But going back to what I was saying, I mean, you gotta think of the mother grew up in a sense that she grew up with the grandmother as a mother, obviously, so, you know, that's how she learned to live and that's how she learned to take care of children, kind of, pretty much.
Yeah, agreed.
So.
No one cares about David, though. Like,
I know,
they don't even
like
care to give him the surgery that he needs.
Yeah.
Until years later.
Right.
When it was cancer.
When it was spare change, they could pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's weird, you think the mother would take a motive in helping out her son because she was born with a heart on the wrong side of her chest.
Yeah,
so you think she'd be big about health and all that stuff, but she could care less. Alright, so next question.
John.
Alright, what did we think about the parents?
We kind of already answered that.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
You like them? Yeah, I didn't think they were very responsible.
The dad was kind of like...
He was just there. He didn't do much.
Yeah, but he was the one who told him he had cancer and stuff, and he was kind of the one that gave it to him, so he looks like a good figure, but he's real, like... You know what I mean?
But he told him he had cancer when David told his parents that he found out on his own.
Oh, yeah, true.
So that kind of makes them look bad.
Yeah, but I don't know, I think of all the people, I don't like the grandmother the most, just because, I don't know.
What she did to her husband.
Yeah, what she did to her husband, like, told him, and I don't know.
And then she stood outside, like, naked, dancing.
Yeah.
Like, remember that? No.
That's lady's got problems. She's a lot out there.
Alright. What do we think about how the parents never told their son about having cancer? Kind of already answered that.
Jesus, we're good. Huh? Yeah.
I think it was pretty irresponsible.
Pretty shady.
It was.
It was very shady. He knew that something was going on and there was a growth on his neck, so he was curious about it, but just never thought it would be cancer.
Yeah.
Like, if my parents, like, didn't tell me about having cancer,
I know, and then they
I'd
just
be
told
so
me one day.
mad.
Or the worst thing is that he found out on a piece of paper that he had cancer.
Yeah.
You know?
So I had to find out by himself.
That's
harsh.
Alright.
understand.
So things we didn't understand.
Well, to be honest, it was a pretty easy read, so.
Yeah.
It was very easy. What I didn't understand really were why what was it, the psychologist or whatever?
Was a rabbit.
Was a rabbit.
Yeah, that was kind of
Why? Everyone else in this book was normal.
I don't understand.
just didn't understand
Was this
that.
a dream? I didn't understand what this
I
was.
didn't know if it was a dream or something, he was going through, like,
I don't think it was a dream. 'Cause
mentally. Or maybe
he
the
goes
guy.
he goes back and forth to see him many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Between the rabbit and the little fetus in the beginning,
I think
That,
that
like,
was a dream.
that like eyed him.
That was a dream?
I think so.
The first one not, when he was running through the halls here, and then
Oh,
It was
yeah, and
real.
started
And then he
teasing
had a
him.
dream about it.
right,
Yeah.
and later on, like then it like looked
Like,
at
what's
him.
that?
Yeah.
On page 196.
Oh yeah, that was the dream.
That was
That
a
was the
dream?
dream.
That was a dream. With the umbrella,
Yeah.
that little creature there, yeah.
Yeah, but the rabbit thing was weird. It was just some guy.
I gotta know if there was like a message behind a rabbit and a psychologist, but I didn't pick
Yeah.
up on it.
Well, on one of the, I didn't write it down, but on one of these pages, it's, crap. He's actually like, there's a small door.
Oh, he's
Oh,
in the
yeah.
house.
You know what I
He's
mean?
in the
He's in the
house.
house and there's a, was that a
And
dream?
he's like going through the small like walkway things.
Yeah, which made me think of the rabbit, cause, I don't know, just the Alice in Wonderland and the rabbit going down the hole.
But that happened twice.
Right
Yeah.
I remember
on
seeing that.
221. Right?
Where's the door?
Here's
Yeah.
a door, he's opening it, he goes through, and he
Yeah.
comes out.
It's kinda like going down the rabbit hole,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? With a psychologist.
This was the dream he kept having.
Yeah.
He said something about the dream, didn't he? He said like,
So that makes me
Yeah.
think that the rabbit's a dream.
Then it must have been a dream because then he wakes up on the floor.
right, but this is a dream.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that the rabbit is a dream too. But I
Just
don't know.
because that, like, I don't know. I feel like they're connected somewhere.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't know.
That's about it though. I mean, it was pretty easy to follow. Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah, one more thing about the parents that I forgot to say was about the dad. He gave David cancer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from all the,
Radiation. You think a
Radiation
doctor would
X-rays.
know, like,
yeah, I know.
when's
What to
enough,
do.
right? Yeah. Yeah. On page, was it like 300 or something?
It was at the very end.
Yeah.
But,
Another thing I didn't understand was after his mom died, he saw her like sweeping a path from like the house or something, and like a toy car. Remember that? He was playing with the toy car.
Oh,
and it
yeah,
went
yeah.
to,
Yeah.
like, the pond. I didn't understand
That was a dream he had, I think. Right?
yeah, it was a dream, but I don't know. I thought that was like, I don't know. I think that was good on his part not to like, because basically saying when he says I didn't on 325, basically saying that he didn't follow in their footsteps.
Right.
And, he kind of made his own path in a way.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because he said, the figure was my mother sweeping the path and clearing the way for me to follow, and then the next page it says I didn't. So probably meaning he didn't follow her to the building, the insane asylum, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I think that's just saying, like, he made his own path, and, didn't follow in the footsteps of his mom and grandmother.
But what about
Just
the
good.
thing when he was, I forget where it was, oh right here. When he lived in the apartment or something,
What page?
298.
Oh yeah, when he moved out at like 16.
Yeah. But he said he lived with roommates, but part of them lived in the bathroom. They
Yeah, I
lived
know.
next to a hole. I don't know.
Maybe it was just a really going down house, I don't know.
Or the rabbit hole.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Could be.
That doesn't make any sense.
So, discuss why we traced what we traced.
Well, we went over there. But
explain yours.
Alright, well, I traced page 91, and it was where the grandmother was like dragging him to go upstairs
Yeah.
because he said something that she thought was bad. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
And I just don't agree with how he's being treated. It's not right.
I did mine on page 306, and when he's visiting his mother in the hospital because she's dying, and I especially thought panel 4 was important because that's like the first time they showed love to each other or whatever, and I don't know, he just they hold hands when she's in the hospital bed, and I thought that was like a good connection point because they never really had that great of a relationship. So.
I drew on page 190 the picture of David with after his surgery when he had the stitches, and I kind of feel like, well, obviously that was the meaning of the whole book where it got its name and everything. So I thought that page was a pretty big page because it kind of described like who he was as a person, what he went through, and I don't know, you just kind of see like him by himself with like a huge scar. I think he was like standing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows like his independency and that there's like,
How he looks at himself.
no one else is around.
Alright.
That's basically it.
Alright. Cool.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. See you later.